ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Taylor, and I am the gift that keeps on giving, the advocate of the devil. That's right, we are right back at our special time of year, a time of zero time at all. It's the holidays, there's presents to be opened, family gatherings to attend, episodes to edit together for you wonderful fans of ours. I myself am either right smack dab in the middle or still recovering from a move. And Dan, bless his heart, he has so much work to do working on 2 shows, and with the holidays arriving, I want to give him a little bit of a break. And that is this. On top of that, we want to give thanks to you wonderful people who have been supporting us. It's been one hell of an amazing year, and we are still going strong, much thanks to you guys. Specifically, with your comments and suggestions. During times where we really feel the stress and drain of full-time jobs, taking time away from that which we feel passionately about, you guys perk us up. When I sense a bit of a writer's block, I remember all you guys who keep watching every week, pull myself up and get stuff done. We would not be here right now if not for you guys. So as we have done many times before, we're going to respond directly to some of your comments right here on video, and then do some quick takes of your suggestions. So Dan, editor man, my personal Scott Mosier, cue up our Devil's Advocate title screen, and peeps, get ready. It's Lil Devils 4, y'all. Flashbacks says, actually, the original and first feature-length Batman movie was Batman 1966. It counts as the first Batman movie because even though it has the same cast as the 60s series, it has an original story made for the movie. Oops, my bad. I do remember that one, but I remembered it incorrectly. I thought it was a made-for-TV movie instead of one that was released in theaters. This is one of those times where having an extra day or two to go over my scripts instead of filming them in a rush would do us wonders. Thank you, Bruce, for your good eye. I'll be sure to at least give my scripts a once-over for fact-checking in the future, thanks in no small part to this comment. Matt Camacho says, really, man? Are you bashing the first movie and the second? Don't do that, man. Did I really, though? I don't think I was bashing it, just bringing up points that some people may not have liked certain parts of it, at least as it pertained to defending Part 3. You are allowed to love something despite it having flaws, and pointing out those flaws isn't a bad thing, it's just something we all do. We talk about things and analyze, sometimes overanalyze those things because we care. And in my view, Jurassic Park 3 was trying to do something different than what the first 2 did. It doesn't take away what those that came before it did, nor does it diminish the quality. But they also weren't perfect, which is all I was saying. Rev Cody 69 says, SJW Part 2. Just saying. Okay, so you guys watching at home aren't going to be able to find this comment, nor the response to us asking him to elaborate, because it quickly went from, my opinion is this, to hate speech. Really insensitive, over-the-top, pointing the finger style hate speech. We are all entitled to our opinions, just like he's entitled to his. However, hating something or someone just because of the way it or they are is something that we will not tolerate here. Ever. It's why we'll never defend Hitler. In his response, he made reference to the game forcing gayness down our throats, and because of that, we were also endorsing pedophilia, all because we're liberals who always think that we're right. Sorry, but that's just flat out not true. In many of our videos, we say that so long as you're doing something for yourself without harming someone else, that's all that matters. Pedophilia hurts someone else. It leaves scars that will never go away and irrevocably ruins that child in question. Lastly, about the media forcing things like gayness down our throats, it's 2017, people. People are gay or non-binary, and that shouldn't affect you. If I'm gay, you're not going to be gay because of it. And in those pieces of gaming and film he brought up, those bits were brought up as part of the side details and not overtly upfront about it. Grasping at straws isn't going to get you anywhere here. In counterpart says, what are you babbling about? I know, I'm full of my own Sith. Okay, seriously though, we have done and will continue to do episodes showing the other side of certain bad guy mentalities. Scar, Jafar, and in this we did the Sith Society. It's a fun little thing I do, you know, trying to show the opposite side of things, being a devil's advocate, so to speak. It's the title of the show, so you knew exactly what you were gonna get into. James Selders says, Jurassic Park 3 should have been a story about InGen creating new dinosaurs on the island, with Eric Kirby being a subplot to get them there. Alan and the group would then have to get off the island trying to avoid dinosaurs and InGen mercenaries. Actually, wasn't that pretty much the plot of The Lost World? Ian Malcolm goes to rescue his girlfriend, and they spend the rest of the movie trying to avoid the InGen mercenaries and dinosaurs. It's not new dinosaurs, sure, but the core of the plot is pretty similar. And finally, Master Lokay and Joseph Seibert both had similar comments about us being their favorite YouTube channel. Aw, you guys! See, that's what I mean. Yes, we're a small channel, and yes, doing this is a lot of work and takes up the bulk of all of our free time. But we love doing it. And knowing that there are guys like you, and many others I'm sure, who like our show and appreciate what we're trying to do here, that means the world to us. Thank you. And thank you for stroking my ego. And now, back by popular demand, thanks to no free time, mini defense time! Toku Nation asks us to defend Fan 4-Stick. Much like Batman v Superman and quite frankly the entire DC cinematic universe, this movie had a ton of potential. You had Josh Trank, a great director from the movie Chronicle, you had a cast that was way more progressive and diverse than any of its previous iterations, but the script was poorly paced and some would say boring. They could have edited this down better, maybe made it about 15 minutes shorter, and gone through the script another time or two to touch things up. This movie really could have been something special. Also, it's our motto time. Different movie, different universe. The idea of having what they did as a different origin story was solid. It just wasn't pulled off well. Master Lokay asks us to defend CGI in movies. First of all, to those who hate on CGI, you only hate on things that you notice. Things like the faces in Rogue One, or the overuse of green screen work in the Star Wars prequels. We have a basis for comparison, like real people's faces, or working in real-world settings, so the fact that it isn't real causes a disconnect. Uncanny Valley syndrome. But especially in sci-fi movies, you need to use CGI because those are all places that don't really exist. The best way to create that feeling of unreal is to use something that isn't actually real. Yes, the original Jurassic Park movies have aged better due to their use in practical effects, and yes, actors' performances are better when they're acting in front of real things. But when you take a look at something like Reboot, the first completely computer-animated TV show, you would never, ever be able to do something like that in real life. CGI works best as a touch-up, an add-on. The problem isn't the use of CG, it's the overuse of it. Darth Anakus asks us to defend Waluigi. Ouija! My favorite character to use in all the Mario sports titles. Fun side fact that is probably a repeat, practically the only sports games I play are the Mario sports titles. Here's the problem. That's pretty much all he's ever been in. He hasn't gotten a backstory yet or any real character development. He's just a guy that is the opposite of Luigi, kind of the way Wario is the opposite of Mario. Except Wario has actually had some games to figure out what his motivation is. Waluigi, sadly, has not had this happen yet. When he gets his own game, or when he's an antagonist in someone else's heroic adventures, you'll be sure to get a real defense. For now, well, he's wearing purple, so in my mind, he's got some brass ones. Toku Nation asks us to defend anime dubbing. First of all, my mother tongue is English. Hearing something with a language that I actually understand helps me stay interested in what's going on. It gets me invested in the characters on the screen. Plus, when you had a long day and just want to put something random on the TV, do you want to spend that time reading? If you did, you'd pick up a book. Instead, you want to see some adult cartoons doing things that can't be done in real life. There is a lot of hard work that gets put into these dubs. The voice actors have to know the story and characters in much the same way as live actors do in order to get the inflections and intonations right. Not only that, but there is such a thing as localization. Localization is a thing in both anime and video games in which there isn't just a direct translation going on, but an interpretation so as to better relate to the audience watching it. Things that make sense in context to Japanese culture won't necessarily make a lick of sense to Western audiences, like us. There's a time and a place for purists, and if you really want to watch subtitled TV, be my guest. I'd rather watch TV, not read it. Well, that's just about all the time we have here this week. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with everything we do here at Devious Advocacy, and hit us up on Discord to discuss things further directly to us. You can find a link in the description below. A huge thank you not just to the commenters we brought up today, but to our patrons for supplying us with the beginnings of our professional income here on YouTube. And last, but certainly most importantly, let us know in the comments below what you think. Do you agree? Disagree? Do you just want to help keep smiles on our hardworking faces? Feel free to give us more suggestions too. You never know when it'll pop up in a Lil Devils episode, or even maybe its own full-fledged one too. Or maybe you think I'm really stretching in these defenses. By all means, let your own views clash with my own, so that I may proceed to prove you wrong.
I drink, and I know things.
But, for now, the defense rests.
In these times of hardship, just remember,